What's up, everyone? What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back to another review. We are, well, if you're here, that means you're here for the review of Naomi episode 4. Episode 4. Yeah. So, socials are up in the corner. So, if you want to follow, go fine. But, episode 4 basically starts off, we all know, Naomi and her parents, they in the last episode they told her and showed her where they found her. Now they sort of went into the details that obviously before they had to find Naomi, they had to find her, yada yada yada. They met in the art gallery, they got married, and then they were shopping one day. They saw the meteors come down. They ran to the site. Now I'm not gonna lie. In my eyes, who runs to a meteor site? Who wants to go look for what's happened? It's a bit intriguing, but again, at the same time, doesn't make much sense. So obviously they find Naomi in the stone, as they had stated, and let's just say Naomi's coming to Earth is basically like a carbon copy of Superman, but instead there was no meteor that crashed. She was just left in a stone. Apparently no one was there, which I find kind of odd. There is something that is said. Well, I'll get to that in a bit. So yeah, she was found on a stone. The stone was glowing, and the parents obviously took her and adopted her. And Naomi, well, obviously she got annoyed. She got annoyed. She's wondering why they didn't tell her, and this and that. But I don't know. The episode it was kind of annoying. If I'm gonna be honest, it was really annoying. It really was quite frustrating. Um, Obviously Naomi told her parents about Dee and that he is training her to understand her powers. Told them that Dee was not of this world. Now that I don't think that was a great idea. I still feel like that was a bad decision in doing that. But her parents invited him over for dinner. Now that whole dinner was just very very uncomfortable. It was weird. The dad was acting very very funny towards Dee, even though he's the one that told Naomi that she wasn't from this earth, and the dad got really pissed off about that. Like, how is someone meant to know that you were going to tell her at some point? They probably were never going to tell her. That's the truth. And he was getting frustrated with the putting out little comments here and there, saying that D was never he wasn't in the town for long. He was there for 20 years, but not the whole 20 years, and things like that, pressing for awkward conversations. And it wasn't yeah, it was really really weird. It was weird. I felt sort of uncomfortable watching it. The whole show just the whole episode felt really really uncomfortable. That's the truth. The whole episode felt really really weird. It was pretty much pointless. Now, we know that she has a normal life at school. Her friends and everyone in the school had forced her to run for school president, because they wanted candy bars and chocolates and things like that. Which is, I feel like is a stupid way to run for reason to run for a presidency, because the other person wants to get rid of the chocolates. I think someone else should have done it, but it's stupid. Now, the one thing that does annoy me about this show is that she doesn't even know where she's from. She doesn't know how to control her powers, but yet she is going around like a typical teenager, trying to do things that she has no idea what she's doing. So obviously she visited Zumbado and basically said, I want my disc. He's like, look, you don't know what's going on here. Leave it alone. You don't know what's happening. It's not for you to play about with. And she is forceful about it. He's like, okay. He gives it to her, and things start to go bad. Let's just say that. She creates a blackout. So the army is now on the case of trying to find out where this blackout came from. What is the reason for the blackout? Is there someone that has entered the world from a portal that they're trying to discover? So, like, the army is already on the case from the get go. So they are wanting answers. They want answers so badly. Now, we don't know what's going on, and she ends up getting codes from the disc during this blackout. She gets the codes for the disc. Her and her friends, well, her and her friends go to find a way to uncode the disc. Now, she gets the uncoding, and it does point her to a character that we have seen before, Akira. So Zimbabwe went to a gallery in the Portland, obviously, Portland, Seattle, Portland, Oregon. Um, and he met this woman. He met Akira in this place, and she ends up finding her sitting there, chilling, watching, drinking a cup of coffee. Now, Akira obviously sees it, and she's like, yeah, I need to go. She bolts. She runs off so quickly, but obviously Naomi catches up to her, and Akira gives her some key information. She tells her where she's from, Earth 29. Tells her that Zimbabwe is bad news, that he's the reason why Earth 29 was destroyed, or in bad shape. And she just says, look, Zimbabwe is bad, stay away from him. But the more people are saying this, I don't think he's that bad. We don't know what the full story is. Everyone's got their own recollection of what's happened. And until obviously the story carries on, we won't find out who is what they say they is. Now, we do have another character that enters the fray. Wow, I said enter the fray. Jesus. And he visits Zimbabwe because obviously the energy signal is there from the get-go. And Zimbabwe doesn't know who he is, but he can tell that there's something different about him. You can tell that he is a bit of trouble. Now, who he is, we don't know yet until later in the episode. He turns out to be a bounty hunter, and he's searching for Naomi. He is searching for Naomi to take her back to Earth 29. We don't know who's hired him to come get her. We don't know what the reason is, but he is ready to come and take her away. She has caused more trouble that she didn't need to do. Let's just put it like that. So yeah, he's obviously chasing her. We don't know his name. He is obviously chasing her around the school. She runs into the football field, I would say. Football field. They start fighting, and no, they don't start fighting. D flies in with his metal wings. And the fight scene is subpar. The fight scene is not even subpar. I'd say the fight scene is worse than a Steven Seagal film fighting. It was just terrible. It there was no nothing special about it. Like, the bounty hunter was using his powers. D wasn't using his powers, but yet still beat the man that was teleporting all over the place. It just doesn't make any sense. And to be honest, for me, it just feels really poor. The whole episode just felt unneeded, unnecessary. Most of the things that they did was just, yeah, pointless. Um, but with that happening, Naomi now knows that she's put herself into danger. Her getting her powers, trying to do things that she's not meant to do, doing things that she doesn't understand what she's doing. It is now come to her attention that D has said, your powers are a beacon. You consistently using your powers, trying to do things that you're not supposed to do, trying to do a lot more things, and using the disc has definitely drawn more attention to Earth than anyone probably wanted. And now people know where she is. People are going to be coming for her for the rest of the for the rest of the season. So we're going to see a lot more people coming down to try and capture her and most likely take her back to Earth 29. Now, another unimportant and very uninteresting part of the film to show is that they made her this come up with the interest of her love interest, and she has gone back to her ex, and it was a very unnecessary ending to the episode. It was pointless. It didn't do anything. At the end of the day, it did absolutely nothing. It was just, yeah. And here's the thing: the boy that she, obviously her ex is an army brat, so her dad probably works with her dad searching for aliens. So now this is where it's gonna get tricky. Is he gonna find out, and then he's gonna tell his dad, or what? But the ending of the episode was pointless. It was just rubbish. And the CW superhero shows are really taking a very, very big drop from the Flash, from the Arrow, Flash, and Supergirl. They have since Flash's season 5 is taking a drop. Since Green Arrow, to be fair, since Green Arrow finished, all of the CW shows have taken a massive drop. I don't know why, but I think they're working too hard to try to get things done. But hey, we started, and I'll see you next week for episode 5's review. It's gonna be painful to finish this, and if I'm correct, this next episode won't be back until February 22nd, so there's a couple weeks off. But we do have Peacemaker, and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is starting up next week, Sunday, so we've got that looking forward to. But again, guys, thank you for jumping into the video. If you've liked what you've seen, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and share the video. Let's share the content. Let's get this going. But again, thank you all for jumping in, and I'll see you next time. See ya.